So we have learned the controls. So as I've said, like F1 is for help menu, F2 is for deletion. Okay, you can write it down in order: F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, etc. So F2 means if you want to delete elements or components or lines or surface or loads, systems, load collectors, etc. You can delete by using F2 option, F2 command. So if I want to delete this element, I need to delete this element. What I need to do? I need to click this element. For selecting an element, you need to just press left button of your mouse. Click it. If you want to select the adjacent element, just click it like this. Okay. Suppose if I want to select the elements by dragging, okay, how to do that? You please write it down. Just press shift button and drag from left to right. Okay, left to right, it will select left to right. Suppose if you want to deselect the elements which you have selected mistakenly or something, just drag from right to left, it will deselect. But make sure you need to press the shift button. So you write it down, shift plus right left button of your mouse. From left to right, if you drag, it will select. If you want to deselect the same, what you need to do? Shift plus right button of your mouse and drag from right to left for the deselection of the elements or components or something, whatever you want to, right? So I'm just deleting, I'm just selecting this. Suppose if I don't want this element here, just delete here, delete in this way, right? I can do undo here by pressing Ctrl plus Z, right? So if I so this is the component, I mean tree, where you can see some set of components here. I mean, we learned these things in later classes. So if I'm hiding these elements here, if I want to hide these elements, what I need to do? I just need to press here. You see here. So whatever I'm seeing here, this green color, it is mesh. The same I can hide or unhide by pressing here, right? So if I hide the mesh, the one which you're seeing here, it is a surface. So this surface, if I want to delete, then just press F2, or the similar command we can directly go by pressing this icon, right? So elements, you change into surface, click the surface, delete entity. So the surface will get deleted. So now we are seeing the lines which have created. Suppose if I want to delete the lines, what I need to do? You just need to change the surface into lines, then drag and select the lines and delete entity, right? So likewise, you can delete whatever you don't want to bring for your interest. I mean, if you want to delete elements or surface or solids or whatever, you can delete by using the F2 command. So that is all about F2. Then F3, I am pressing F3 now, F3, right? F3 is, as we can see here, what are the operations that we perform or any command that we use, it will highlight here. This is status bar here, status bar. Here it will show F2, delete entities, F3, replace nodes. So you write it down. F3, replace. F4, F5, we are yet to learn. Okay. So this option is used for replacing the nodes. Okay. So this is one node and this is another node, right? So if I'm pressing this one and this one, it will ask replacing the nodes will destroy an element. Do you wish to continue? Just curious. See here. I'm just pasting this node with this node. Just I'm pasting, right? So that's how you can just paste it. See, all the application of the commands you will learn when you deal with the live, I mean the actual problem. Okay, so don't worry about those things. The applications we will learn when we practice the actual projects. Okay, just you need to learn the commands right now. Then as we can see here, we're having two options, equivalence and at midpoint. So you now click this one, right? Then you paste this node and this node, and we will see what is the difference from the first one. See, it is pasting in the middle. I mean, this node and this node, in the middle, it is pasting. You see here, likewise. See, you see the difference initially, right? Now I'm just taking this one and I'm just trying to paste it out. How it is coming, right? Likewise. So all this usage we will, I mean, we will come to know when we deal with the, I mean, actual practice problems, right? So that is all about this F3 command. Okay. Okay. Then F4. So F4, what is here? Distance. So you write it down, F4. Distance measure, or else we can just write like measure the distance. Measure the distance. Okay. So if I want to measure the distance between nodes or points, I can do that. How? Two nodes. So just click here and here, and it will show the distance 5 mm. You please make sure, I mean, you need to understand like the units which are mentioned here, it is in mm. Okay. So I'm just measuring this length. It is 5 mm, 5 mm, right? If I want to measure this node and the distance between these two nodes is 7, right? Likewise, you can measure the distance, right? And if I want to keep any nodes in between this node and this node, if I press nodes between, it will create the mid nodes between this one and this one. You see here, see, mid node has been created. Likewise. Okay, these options I will be just we will just see when we deal with the actual problem, right? So F4 is for measuring the distance, we can say. Okay. Then F5, as you can see here, F5 is for mask. You write it down. F5 is for mask. So it is very simple, mask and unmask. As the name indicates, if I want to mask the elements or the surface or the solids or the lines, I can do that by using F5 command. So I don't want to see these four elements in my display. I need to select it, then mask it. So the elements will disappear from my screen. And if I want to see only those elements, then what I need to do? Just give reverse. So only those elements will be visible in my screen. Then if I give unmask all the elements uh, will be visible, right? So if I want to hide these elements, mask it. And if I want to see only those masked elements in my screen, just reverse it. So that will appear in our screen. So F4 is for F4 was for measuring the distance. F5 is for masking and unmasking, right? Okay. Then we will just go for F6. F6 is, as we can see, create, combine, or split. F6. F6. Create, combine, split. Elements, splitting the elements. Okay. So what exactly it will do? I'm just deleting one element here and I will show you. For deleting, what command I need to use? I need to go F2. So in these lines, I need to delete one element. Just to change these into elements, click here, delete entity. So that element has deleted, right? Then I want to create one element here. So I need to go F6, press F6, create. I'm just creating, I'm just pressed here, pressed here, pressed here, and here. So here, as there is no nodes, even if you click here, it won't come because I just want to create one chord element here. Okay. So you just zoom in, long press your left button of your mouse. So it will highlight one line here, white line, then click. So one element will be created. Okay. As we can see, this is in rose color, which means this rose color element belongs to the component 1 collector. The green color component, I mean the elements are belongs to this auto 1 component, right? That is no problem as of now. We'll just deal with the collector organizing in the later classes. Okay. So I'm just created, I just have created one element here by using F6 command. Okay. And I'm just trying to create one tria element here, just to see here, tria. Just need to click 3 points, create. Then again, here it won't come. So what we need to do, we need to press control and press shift button, or just shift button you just press, and one point you just put, create. So we have two tria element here, right? Then second option, as we can see, combine. If we want to combine these two trias to form a chord element, we can do that by using this option. So need to select this tria element and this tria element and give combine. So it will convert into a chord element by combining these two tria elements, right? So that is the option for for combine. And the split option, the third option, as you can see, you need to click here, and the displayed elements option you need to change into elements, and the elements which you want to split, that you need to select, right? Then splitting line, this option you click here, zoom in, and from where to where you need to split this element. Suppose if I want to split in this direction, what I need to do, just press shift, then click this somewhere around here and drag to down. So this line, by tilting these or by navigating this line, I can just define my path for splitting the element. Okay, so I'm just somewhere I'm just keeping here, then I'm just releasing my left button, then clicking my left button, then so it will stay here, this line will stay here now. So by the time you need to release the shift button as well, then split it. So it will be the chord element will split into two elements now, two elements. So see, one element, second element, likewise. I hope this command makes sense. So if you want to combine this one again, just combine it, right? Okay. So this is all about this F6 command. F6 command. So in short, today we have learned the 6 commands. We can just ignore this one. We can just ignore this one. Okay. So from F2, F3, F4, F5, F6. F2 for deleting deleting the elements or the lines or surface, etc. F3 for replace. I mean, if I'm having one node here, I can just paste it. Okay. Suppose if I want to paste at the midpoint, I can do that by changing the option, right? Then distance measure. I mean, if I want to measure the distance between any node or points, I can do that by using F4 command. Then F5 command means mask. If you want to mask elements or lines or surface or whatever, I can do that by using F5. F6 means if I want to create elements, tria or chord, I can do that. If you want to split, that also I can do that by using F6. If you want to combine, same. You can combine these two triads to form a chord element. So I hope this is enough for today.